You still eating and I'm still frustrated.
Not Black History Month.
This real life, y'all. This real life.
Why my mouth dry?
This is real life.
Dry
This is
cereal.
real
I'm
life.
trying to cope. When you try to cope, you eat Honey Nut Cheerios dry.
And when you try to figure out where your package is that was supposed to be delivered 3 days ago, and you get an automated system.
Oh no.
Anyway, hey y'all. Hey y'all.
Okay.
We are back for the real life podcast. If you're just tuning in,
Yeah. Also,
this
if
is the real life.
it is the real life, and here in real life, it is snowing outside, so our my internet connection may do some things. But anyway, hey, how y'all doing?
Hey Ari.
Hey, hey, Ma, how you doing? How you doing today? Other than
Other than
frustrated about your mail, the
my
your mail.
package that I've been waiting on
Yeah.
for 3 days, I'm good other than that.
I'm only laughing because we're the same person when it comes to like frustrations like that. When it's like nothing you could do but laugh because it's just.
Ridiculous. Sometimes you
It,
have to laugh because
oh,
things be so ridiculous. But anyway, y'all didn't come here to hear us rant and rave and be frustrated. Y'all came to talk about real life, real estate, and life insurance. That's what we're
tell them
talking
who
about
you
today.
are, who you is.
I am Shanita Johnson, licensed real estate broker in the great state of Tennessee and Mississippi, specifically serving the Memphis Metro.
And I am Ariane Johnson, licensed life and health producer based in Maryland. Almost forgot what state. Based in Maryland, but also serving New Jersey and Tennessee. Welcome to another episode. We have some fun. Well,
A
it'll
little
be fun
different,
for us
just a little
anyway.
different.
It'll be fun for me.
Just a little.
Um, yeah, it's a little different. We're gonna do something a little bit different this week. We are going to actually role play or and show you a little bit of what some a client meeting would look like. So if you're going to start getting your insurance, we'll also do it for real estate. We'll do it in two parts. This episode will be about the life insurance, and the next one will be real estate. My mother here will play the role of clients one, two, and three. You want some fake names?
I got this.
Oh, okay. My bad. My bad.
Actress.
Anyway,
I'm a part-time actress. I'm a part-time actress.
oh, okay.
Don't be
Sure.
no hater all your life.
I'm not, but I love you. It's okay.
Okay.
Um, but yes, so we're gonna go through a little bit of what it would look like. Now, traditionally, with any, if you make have a session with me, I'd have you fill out a questionnaire that'll give me a little bit of information about you before we get in, so I'm a little bit more prepared. But in this case, we're not going to do that. She's just going to answer the questions that I have for her. Now, the first session is always just to get to know you, and that's what we're going to do. Got it? Sound good? Cool,
Wait, I
cool.
want to come to you first. I want to approach you.
You will approach me, but that's what I'm saying. Like
I,
the
I
first,
don't want you to ask me no questions. I just want to start.
I know, Mom, I'm talking. I know that, but I have to ask you questions to figure out what you want. That's what I was saying.
Oh, okay, okay, okay. Because I'm about to just roll up on you. Okay, you ready?
Not she about to just roll up on me.
Yeah.
Oh Lord. Okay.
Okay. You
Goodness
ready?
gracious. I'm ready.
Okay.
Minding
Hi,
my
Miss
business.
Johnson. How are you?
Hello, how are you?
I'm good. So I saw you on Instagram and were talking about life insurance and stuff. And so I want to know if I need life insurance and then how much I need.
So, well, thank you for supporting me on Instagram. Um, but you want to know if you need life insurance and you want to know how much you need.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have some time to talk now? Or would you like to schedule time for a little bit later?
No, we're gonna talk right now because
We,
I don't rolled up on you. Let's do this.
oh crap, hold on, my laptop by today. Pause. Pause role play, my laptop about to die. Technical difficulties.
This real life, y'all. Real life.
Cause
We
my
do we doing this in real life.
yeah,
This is not scripted. This is not rehearsed. This is real.
clearly, cause who would rehearse it?
This is real life, y'all. Okay. Okay.
Okay,
Okay. I'm
all right. Can I
seeing.
have your? What should I call you? What's your name?
Oh, my name is Linda Morris.
Linda Morris. What is so nice to meet you? You can call me Ari. Um,
Okay.
so I'm gonna tell you a little bit about what I do. So I do help with life insurance and also help with retirement planning. So, but for you, we're going to focus on some life insurance. I'm going to ask you a couple questions to kind of figure out what your current state is now, as far as whether or not you have other policies, whether or not you have children, or any um, certain debts or anything that you would want to cover in the event of an untimely death.
Okay.
So, so I'm going to ask you a couple questions first. Do you have any children, or are you married?
So I have a 17-year-old and I am divorced.
A 17-year-old and you are divorced. So the
Mhm.
only person right now that is financially dependent on you would be your 17-year-old son or daughter.
Mhm. Daughter.
Your daughter. So your 17-year-old daughter.
Hmm.
So nice. Do you have any pets? Do you take care of any other family members?
I can't afford no pet. I don't like dogs. I don't like cats. No.
Oh, I have two cats. I love pets. You've
I
never?
don't no, I don't
Oh
like them.
no,
I don't like those animals in my house. No.
not
No
even a
thank
fish.
no thank you.
Oh no.
No thank you.
Well, since no pets, do you take care of any other family members, like any parents, any grandparents, any of those? Just
No.
your is
No.
your is your daughter still in high school, or is she going to college?
Yeah, she's in high school. She's in 11th grade.
She's in 11th grade, so she has another year before college. Is that something that she wants to do? Go to
Great.
college? She just wants to graduate high school.
Yeah, she just want to graduate.
That's well. Have y'all talked about the idea of college? Because life insurance can also cover the cost of tuition.
No, we haven't talked about college just yet.
No.
Um, mm-mm.
Okay. What are some of your financial goals? In, let's say, once you get into retirement, what is something that you would like to have?
In retirement, I can't think about retirement right now because I'm not even 40 yet. So I don't even think about retirement. I just know I want in my divorce, I got the house and I got my car and I got my daughter. So I'm just trying to make sure I can keep that. That's it.
Are you still paying the mortgage on your house?
Yes.
You are. How many years do you have left on it?
Um, I don't know.
You
Maybe, let me see. Probably, probably 20.
about 20
Probably.
years?
Yeah, probably
Okay.
20. I think because yeah, I think we bought it 2 years ago. Yep.
Oh, okay. So you have 30 years. Okay. So and is your car fully paid off?
My car is paid off.
Okay. Period. Now, with your job, do you know if you have life insurance with your job?
Do I say that again?
Do you know if you have life insurance coverage with your job?
I do have life insurance in my job, and it's like I think it's like $35,000.
Oh, well, good on you for actually knowing, because it is very common that I find a lot of people, even if they do know they have life insurance, a lot of people don't know how much. Now, do
Yeah.
you know whether or not it covers you outside of work? Say, for instance, if something happens to you at home, does it still cover you? Do you know
Now
that?
that I don't know. I don't know
Okay.
that.
Well, it would be beneficial. So when you do get back to work, um, contact your plan administrators or anybody in your HR department that can help you get access to your life insurance policy. You can bring that back to me and we can go over it to find all the details to figure out what it covers, when it covers, all those kind of things. And I'm
Hmm.
assuming your daughter's the full beneficiary for that one, right?
Yeah, yeah, because
Okay,
she's an
okay.
only child. I'm an only child, so.
Oh, only children. She said one and done, just like me.
So that's it. That's it.
Okay, so in the event that you leave this world, what would you want to have for your daughter? Are you just looking to make sure she still has the house and the car? Do you want,
I just want to make sure she always has somewhere to live. Because like I
is
said,
every,
I'm an only child. She's an only child. Her dad's an only child. So
oh, everybody's just one and done.
just one and done. Yeah.
So the main goal is just to make sure she always has the house.
Hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Um, are
I
you
mean, I want
open?
to leave her some money too, but the big thing, I want to make sure she has somewhere to live.
Okay. Now you said you're not talking about thinking about retirement right now, and you said you're not 40 yet. How old are you, if you don't mind me asking?
37.
You're 37.
Yep.
Well, I'm going to tell you that now is the perfect time to think about retirement. It's
Okay.
it's always better to think about it earlier rather than later. And the reason why I mentioned that, even though I know you said you're still looking for coverage for your home and making sure that your daughter still has that, um, with certain life insurance policies, you'll also be able to make sure your daughter has some money and make sure you have some living income as well. So
Okay.
both of y'all can benefit from you just solely you buying life insurance. Is that something you might be interested in?
I don't know right now. I'm just trying to figure out the life insurance part.
Okay. Now, do you have a budget about how much you're willing to spend on life insurance?
I don't have a budget. I just know I want to make sure I have some
Okay, so it's really just make sure I have something. Or do you have a limit or a cap
of
of
what
how
I
much
can.
you, yeah.
Uh-uh.
Okay. Are you ready to get life insurance now, or is this something that you need a couple weeks to think on?
No, I need it right now. I want to get it right now.
Okay.
I don't
Well,
want to wait anymore.
okay. Okay. So I'm gonna give you two basic options so we can know which way to look. So we
Okay.
have term life insurance, and I know most people are familiar with that one, and they are also familiar with whole life insurance, which are
Hmm.
two main ones. Are you familiar with both of them?
Hmm.
Okay.
Well, whole life is it cover your whole life, right? That's it.
Ye-
Okay.
yes, but it also has something called a cash value, which is one of the another biggest difference between it being um, between the two types of policies. Whole life is a permanent policy, term life is short term, it's just for a certain amount of years. So, say for instance, if your sole thing that you wanted was just to make sure you had the house covered, then we would go for a term policy for you. If you weren't really concerned about having your daughter having any extra money or any
Hmm.
extra spending, we would go term policy to make sure that she always had the house because we could use it as something called mortgage protection and it would cover the cost of your house if anything were to happen.
Okay.
If you were to pass away before you finish paying it off, that's what we would
Okay.
do.
Okay.
Um, you could also get a little bit more, but just know that that's an option for you. And term life is a lot cheaper. And considering the younger you are, the cheaper it will be. Also, the healthier you are, the cheaper it will be. And we'll get into that in a second.
Okay.
Um, also, for whole life, like I said, like you said, it covers your whole life and it has that cash value. But it's so that's why it's a little bit more expensive than what a term life policy would be. So you can get both of them at $300,000, but that whole life is going to be a little bit more expensive because some of that money is going to the cash value, which is think of it like a savings account attached to your life insurance policy,
Okay.
which you have full access to that at any point.
Okay.
Sound good?
Okay. Yep.
Okay. Any questions for me so far?
No, I want to do that. I want to do that. I want to do
You want to
whole
do the
life.
whole life?
Do whole life, yeah.
You want to do the whole life? Okay, that sounds good. So the another main question I have, because
Hmm.
like I said, amounts that you're really just kind of looking for how much it'll probably be. The
Hmm.
amount is also going to be determined not just on your age or your sex. It'll also be determined based on your health. Do you know if, well, not do you know, do you have any major health concerns?
Mm-mm. No, I'm healthy. I exercise every day. I'm good.
You exercise every day. Do you have anything within the past 10 years? Any heart issues, lung issues, any cancers?
No, no,
Completely healthy, 100%.
yep,
Do you smoke?
no.
No smoking.
No.
Fantastic. Because they love a non-smoker.
Okay.
Um, a non-smoker that is healthy. Um, Now I do want to preface that some insurance companies also take account to your parents' medical history. So do you know if
Okay.
either of your parents have any major health issues?
So no, because they're both deceased. So they don't have, of course they ain't got none because they not
They
here.
don't have anything now. Did they have something while they were still here?
No, because they were both healthy. They died in a car accident. So
Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that.
thank you.
I'm very sorry. Sorry for your
Okay.
loss. So what we're gonna do is I'm going to go to a couple different insurance companies that we have that
Hmm.
I work under, and we'll look at a couple different quotes. Luckily,
Okay.
since we're not doing short term, we don't have to worry about years. We really just have to look about the amount. So the next
Okay.
step is figuring out the amount. And the way
Okay.
that we determine that is by figuring in your debt, something called the dying method. Okay. So that's the D stands for your debt. Any
Hmm.
debt that you have, excluding your mortgage, we'll do that one separately.
Okay.
So any major debt that you have currently. So that's credit cards or any car, phone, any bank loans, any kind of debt, we'll consider that. I will be your income. What are you currently making annually? And then
Okay.
M will be your mortgage. E is expenses. And we'll use that to figure out how much you oh or how much you would need in coverage.
Okay.
Okay.
So the only debt I have is the mortgage. I don't have a car note. Um, I have a credit card, but I pay it off every month. Um,
So it's at a zero balance consistently.
yeah, it's
Okay.
zero.
Y'all,
And
this is me
then
taking notes.
okay. And then my income, I make about 120 a year.
Oh, hold on, my internet's messing up again. Okay, I got you. You said so your debt right now is zero. You don't have any bank loans, credit cards paid off, you don't have any other debt.
Uh-huh.
Now, your income, how much do you make annually?
About 120.
About 120
Yeah.
takes down 120. Now your mortgage, you said that's pretty much the only thing that you still have to pay off, and you said 20 years,
Yeah. And the balance is 217.
217.
Yeah.
Okay. And your expenses. We can do monthly expenses, and I'll just multiply it by 12. Do
A
you have an
month.
average amount that you spend a month?
So a month, I spend probably about $6,000. So that's, my mortgage, food, house bills, and my daughter's private school. So about $6,000 a month.
About 6,000. Does your daughter live on campus, or does she still live with you?
Now she's at home. She just goes to private school.
Okay. So about $6,000 a month times
Mhm.
12. I almost said the wrong number, so about $3,600 a year on on your expenses.
Mhm.
So you would need to cover that $3,600 and your $217,000 mortgage plus
Mhm.
income replacement for you, which would be replacing about $120,000 a year.
Okay.
Now, from insurance broker to insurance broker, they all do one part differently about how much they would multiply your uh, expenses to make sure that it's fully covered. Some people do times five, some people do times seven, some people do times 10.
Mhm.
Um, it varies, and they'll also do it times your income. We'll
Mhm.
do times your income times. We'll do it times five, so that'd
Okay.
be $600,000 for your
Okay.
income, and that
Okay.
will fully replace your income, and that will cover all of your expenses.
Okay.
So we can look for a death benefit at about $600,000. How does that
Okay.
sound for you?
That sounds right. Because in 5 years, like if I die today, 5 years, my daughter will be 22. So if she went to college, then that would be okay. Yeah, that sounds about right.
And another great thing about whole life policies is that that number can, because of that cash value, even though
Mm-hmm.
that death benefit is just $600,000, there will be money in that cash value that will continuously grow every single, that will grow continuously every single year.
Okay.
So we can do a starting point of $600,000. If you want to look at more or less while we're doing this, you can just let me know. Um, and based on whatever the quotes are. All right. So y'all imagine me going into a couple different insurance websites and doing a quote. Let's say the first one quoted her. We put in her information. She is healthy, so we do always do what's the word I'm looking for? That was my
This
alarm just went off.
this real life, y'all. Okay.
It's
Let
like,
me
what
get
was
back.
the sound?
Let
Okay.
me get back to the character. Okay.
So
I
what we
got it.
would do is we would go into an insurance. She would be seeing me do all of this because we would do it together to do her
Mm-hmm.
quotes. We'd go into the insurance website, into my um, illustration software that gives me the quotes and things that I need, and it'll also. Okay, we deal with some real life back in character. So as I was saying, we go to the insurance website and I put in all of her information. I'll put in her name, her age, her birthday, and then her health rating. So I do, since she says she's a non-smoker, I would do standard non-smoker because it's instead of preferred, which is like the highest one for most of them, or they'll have plus preferred. But I'll do standard just so that we can get the why do I can never remember the word. Um it's the under promise. You told me the phrase and I can never remember the phrase. I
I
can't
don't know.
remember. Basically, I will show you the last version of it so when you actually see it, it looks better. And I can't remember the actual phrase. That
Oh,
and it's so common and I can't remember. But anyway,
okay.
I'll do the standard tobacco rating and then I will put in the $600,000 as her death benefit. And what it'll show me is it'll show me how much based on those details, a quote, which would be a monthly premium. We can also change it to do some of them let you do semi-annually, quarterly, or annually premiums. So I'll
Mm-hmm.
ask her which one she'd prefer to do. She'll let me know, and then we'll look at those numbers. Okay. So back
Okay.
in. All right. So this insurance company Y for a $600,000 insurance policy is quoting you $110 a month. Do you want to look at semi a different
You s-
pay
you
period
said how much?
or
How much a month?
110?
Okay.
It's on 110 a month. And y'all, that's an arbitrary number that just popped into my head. Um, it's doing $110 a month for a monthly premium. We can also look into a quarterly premium or semi-annually or an annual premium.
What is the benefit
What is
of
the
doing it?
benefit?
What is the benefit of doing it other than monthly?
So with some insurance companies like this one here, it takes a little bit off, so it makes it a little bit cheaper um, in the bigger payments.
Okay, so how about quarterly?
Quarterly, okay. I actually have to do math real quick. Did I say 110? All right. Let's say it told you, yo, I'm not doing mental math today. I just got through tutoring a child in multiplication and math. My brain doesn't work. All right. Well, normally it would be $330
Mm-hmm.
quarterly. Because it is taking a little bit of a discount off, it is doing $320. quarterly.
Okay. Okay, so I'll do it quarterly.
You'll do a quarterly payment.
Yep.
Would you like to look at a couple other insurance companies and see if they offer it a little bit cheaper?
Yep. So yeah, I want to come be able to compare.
Okay. Goes into a different one. All right. This one for the same quarterly is offering at $330. However, this one is offering a free terminal illness rider. And the terminal illness rider just means that it'll offer you, um, it means that in the event if you contract a terminal illness, say for instance cancer, it will send you, you will have access to a portion of your death benefit to cover those expenses. And then it's offering this rider for free. Whereas the
Okay.
other one, it's $10 cheaper quarterly, but it does not have any additional riders.
Okay.
So which one looks like a better idea for you?
That's the second one.
The second one? Okay.
Hmm.
So I'm going to take this into consideration. Would you like to put in an application today, or would you like a little bit more time to think over it?
I'm ready.
All right. So at this point, y'all, we would look more at we'll look over the illustration. I'll talk to her a little bit more about the details specifically about her premium. I'll talk more about that specific writers and tell her what what it fully entails. And then we go through the application. Each insurance company is different about how long it'll take to do that application, but it'll ask all of the important questions: name, birthday, social security number, medical. It'll ask for her medical history, and then it will have access to schedule a medical exam. Um, and also it'll request an APS, which is an attending physician statement from um, a doctor and it'll get all that information, figure out where she is, and it'll also reference, if y'all remember a previous episode, going to the MIB, which has grouped together, it's a database of medical records for everybody that gets reported. It's not every medical record ever, and it's not all your things, but it's where insurance companies go to get some of that stuff. And we would go through that application. I would say, hey, do you have any other questions for me? Are you looking for get your daughter covered? And I talked a little bit more about that. Are you interested in getting your daughter covered, especially considering she is 18? It would be a whole lot cheaper for her, and she would automatically get a whole life policy.
Okay.
You would do that?
Yeah.
Okay. And we'll essentially do the same thing that we just did for her child. And I talked to her a little bit about that. We do the application for her child, and then afterwards. So now, next steps is just waiting on the insurance company, go over your application. If whatever their answer is, once they finish their underwriting, they will email me and they will also email you their answer, and then we'll talk and figure out next steps for that. How does that sound?
Sounds good.
Cool. Of course, you have my number, you have my email address, and you also have my Instagram, so you can contact me at any time and let me know if you have any questions, if you want to make any changes to your application. If there's something that you remembered that you forgot to let me know, please do so. The insurance company will call you for your medical exam. And medical exam is pretty simple. They just do simple vitals, your heart rate, blood pressure, height, weight, and they do labs, like, so they take blood, and that's it.
Okay.
Um, and they also may do a urine sample, and that's it. It's a quick little exam, takes about 15-20 minutes. And then after that, we'll go forward. If you have any questions, please feel free to call me, text me, or email me, and I'll always be in contact with any updates that they give me.
Okay. Sounds good.
It was so nice to meet you, Mrs. Morris, or Miss Morris.
Nice to meet you too, Ari.
Thank you. And scene.
Mhm. You gotta do this. Okay. Okay. So how you feel?
It's so much different. It's very different doing it this way when I don't have all my stuff.
Yeah.
Like, I don't have my notepad right here, and I can't
But
physically see the screen. But y'all still get the gist.
right of what it's like to go through the process. Now Miss Morris was a perfect I won't say perfect, but an easy sale.
Very,
Yeah.
which and it's not common.
Yeah.
It is not common. I think one of my clients I went back and forth with for almost 2 months before we got the application in. Uh,
Yeah.
so, but that was, yeah, that was a bit of an easier one because she already knew what she wanted. She pretty much said yes to everything, and she had a good. Her health record was good, right? Um, and she didn't have a lot of questions, which is not necessarily a good or a bad thing.
Hmm.
It just the process just isn't as long.
Yeah.
But also, I want to make it known that like when I'm talking to clients, and I know you're like this as well, it's like you want to be able to have make sure your client is comfortable with you. So you'll ask questions, make a little jokey joke. Keep the you don't have to be like this. You
Build
don't have to
rapport.
be, you don't have to be stiff. Yes, you build rapport with them, so you
Yeah.
can talk and converse, talk and converse with them to work it out.
Yeah. And I know we're talking about, the insurance side today. Um, I do want to add though, when it comes to building rapport, because we just talked about it, people, um, it has to be genuine. It has to be genuine. Um, and that's just something I've learned, just watching people, being genuine, because nobody is going to open up to you if you're, like you said, stiff or um, you
People can
don't
tell if you're faking it.
feel uncomfortable. So, and it's the same thing, when we're dealing with people, like they may not be. It's easy to misread. That's what I'll say. That it's easy
Yeah,
to misread. Yeah. So we just have to, being in the people business, you have to be flexible, be kind, and yeah, just be flexible, be kind, and be open to what somebody is saying, and trust and
exactly.
trust. So,
Yeah,
thank you.
and even though Linda didn't ask a million questions, I always find it, like I said, it's not good or bad if you do or
Yeah.
don't, and this is in both of our fields. Um, if you feel like you're the type to just say okay but not fully understand, I feel like you're the person that needs to ask questions. If someone is saying something to you and you don't fully understand, you're just going with it because you're like, oh, I feel like they know what they're talking about. Always, I feel like it's better to ask questions if you do not 100,000% understand something because this is your money
Mhm.
that you're dealing with. This is
Yeah.
it's your lives that you're dealing with. This is your livelihood that you're dealing with. So even though it's not bad if you don't, it's not good if you don't. I think it's better to do so, to get the most out of what you're looking for. And because you never know, it might sound all good and dandy, but it might not just be for you.
Yeah. And and that, again, that depends on us being anticipatory in what's common, what you commonly see, and again, paying attention to the person. You can look at somebody and tell if they're not understanding what you're saying.
Yeah, which is
If
why I
they're not
always make note
following.
to be like, "Do you have any questions for me? Is
Yeah.
this being clear? Is this making sense right now? Is this clear?"
Yeah.
Um, it's always important to do that.
And we're here to, like, one of the reasons we do this podcast is because education is paramount. Education is first. It's not enough for us to try and sell somebody a house, or try to sell somebody some. Gotta take my glasses off because that glare. It's not enough for us to try and sell real estate or sell a life insurance policy. We understand that education is first. Education is paramount, because if you don't understand what somebody is saying to you, if you don't understand what it means if you buy this term policy and you have it for 15 years, that at the end of that policy you don't get that money and you still alive, like, you need to understand the ramifications, or the consequences of, and consequence, side note, consequence is not negative.
It's just a result.
Consequence. Yeah, consequence simply means results. So don't take consequence negatively.
Right.
But you have to understand and like I said, we do this because we understand that education is paramount, and we want to make certain that people understand the consequence of their actions or inactions. And we
Right.
want to prepare you for whatever journey you're on. If you are somebody that is currently renting and one day you want to own a home, if you are someone who owns real estate already, then you want to invest in real estate. If you are someone who's never had anybody in your family to own real estate, like that's a whole different conversation. Like you don't know what you don't know. If you're someone who people around you, when somebody in their family passes and they do a GoFundMe, that may seem normal, like the thing to do. So you won't know the questions to ask Ariane as an insurance broker because nobody around you has life insurance. Or if they do have life insurance, they don't know enough about it to communicate that. So that's why we're here to answer whatever questions and even anticipate the questions you may have. So that's why we do this podcast, y'all, because we
Right.
want
And we,
to.
and, right. And like we were mentioning in another episode of always being students in our field,
Yeah,
we are always learning as well to ensure that we are able to make sure we're giving you the most up to date information.
yeah,
So even in the middle of an episode, if we learn from each other like a lot,
mhm,
and I'll even be talking. I'm like, oh wait, I didn't realize that, and learn something new about my own field. I'm like, oh, that's new. Or sometimes if we're doing research for an episode, we are always learning because you don't know what you don't know,
yeah,
and the
you don't.
first step is going out to figure out what you don't know.
Yeah,
And so you listening to this podcast is the first step.
yeah. Exposure is key.
Yes,
Exposure is key.
yes. So next week we will do a flippity flop,
Yeah.
and I'll be the client, and I'm coming with questions. I'm not gonna be like Linda Morris.
See, I wanted to make simple. I mean, we can do this again because
Yeah,
I
we'll
like.
do it periodically.
Yeah, I think that'll be good based on real life situations. I think this would be good. So
Oh yeah.
thank you.
Thank
Thank
you
y'all for
so much
watching, for
for
tuning
tuning
in
in.
or listening, because we know some people listen, some
Yes.
people watch us. If you watch us, we got to pose for the camera.
Come look at our faces. I actually like got real done up today. So
See,
I need y'all to see this. Like my shirt is bringing out the goldness in my skin.
it is.
My black skin.
It's giving living life like it's golden.
It really is. And she about to come out with a new album?
Yes.
Because we black, y'all. Anyway.
Black History Month is every day. Black history is every day.
It really is. Because I'm black and I make history every day.
And do.
Period. And I think that this episode is coming out like towards the end of the month, though.
It's all good. We
So,
Black history, we Black history every day. Are we the only? We gotta figure out if we're the only mother daughter real estate insurance podcast. You know
that's so specific. I'd be
that
so surprised if there was another one.
that exists. So we making Black history, y'all. Y'all support. So every time y'all listen and watch, y'all supporting Black history. Come
Oh, yes.
on,
Period.
yes. Y'all making history with us. Okay, we gotta research that before we run around
So I think
claiming.
that, yeah. Search mother daughter life insurance real estate duo.
Yes, we gotta research that. Make sure we
Go
the only
fact check.
podcast doing this. Okay. So we're gonna
All
have
right.
the answer. We're gonna have that answer for y'all next time. Thank y'all
And
so
we
much for
remember
tuning
to tell
in.
y'all.
See y'all next time.
See y'all. All right, y'all. Hope you enjoyed today's episode, getting to know a little bit about how the process works to getting life insurance. Now, obviously, during the bill pay, there will be a bit more questions, maybe a little bit longer of a session, more than what we could fit into just this time, this little roughly 30 minutes. But until next week, of course, you can always connect with us for all things real estate. You can connect with my mom I'm at Shanita Johnson on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube, or send her an email with the subject of real life to Shanita@ShanitaJohnson.com. That is SHANITA. Or you can get in contact with me for all things life insurance. Instagram, that is RAJ.John. On TikTok, RA.J.John. And on YouTube, you can find it with Ari. Or you can send me an email with the subject of real life to arianjjohnson@gmail.com. That is ARIYANJjohnson@gmail.com. Thank y'all so much for tuning in, and we will see you all next week.